all that fun. Oakland in the rain, they write songs about that. Oh. Well, our next award, and I promise we are making progress, folks. Our next award, well, it really it's funny how things just build on one another. You know, like the theme of the day was, from what you heard Bruce and Larry say, was about collaboration. And we talk about leadership. We had Mark up here talking about leadership, and it really does start with the people in this state. So the first award is just give yourself a hug for being in California, because we rock. We rock. I was born a poor silly boy in Ohio, and I was born, bred, and fled, and this is the place. This is redemption, where people still think big and actually accomplish things instead of running in fear and denial. So, it starts with each of you that help make this place what it is, and it trickles its way up to the legislature. And in between, there's local government players. And the best of those local government players exceed in those same values that we've been talking about. And our next award recipient is, well, when it comes to local government agencies, as a lawyer, I've dealt with many. Probably hundreds. There's one that stands head and shoulders above the rest in every category you can imagine. And that is Stop Waste. And that is why they are the recipient of this year's Sustaining Partner Award. Let's give them a round of applause. I'm not done with you yet. So their long name, before they hired a marketing genius and come up with a cachet name like Stop Waste, is the Alameda County Waste Management Authority. Not quite as catchy, right? Well, I am the Source Reduction Board, which is even less so. But as their name suggests, their mission, their fundamental mission, is reducing waste. Now, you can just go do the basic things of trying to get people to throw away less or consume less, but in California, we like to think outside the box and take a more systematic approach. And one thing that Stop Waste figured out was that a lot of waste going to landfills is coming from the construction process. And they also wanted to try to promote recycling. Well, you can't really have much recycling if there's never a market for the recycled products that are made from the things you put the recycle in. They scratched their heads and they concluded that, you know what? This green building thing will accomplish both of those objectives, because we'll create a system that will reduce construction demolition debris and promote recycled products in the building industry. And this isn't something they just came on to in the last couple years. Now I'm going to really date myself. The year is 1999. We think planes are going to fall out of the sky when the millennium approaches and we go Y2K. And a little lawyer who then had black hair was studying green building. And I did a web search. Now this was before Google. This was Lycos, if you can remember that. And some of you might have heard me share this story, but I did a Lycos search for green building. There were 4 hits. The U.S. Green Building Council, something I'd never heard of, and then 2 hits for the Alameda County Waste Management Authority. When I say this, I mean it. They literally helped birth the green building movement. It started right here in Alameda County, and it grew throughout California, and has taken the nation by storm. And they weren't the only pioneers, but they were the first governmental entity to be in the mix, and they have been in the mix ever since. They have been a fundamental supporter of Build It Green since day one. They were the ones that helped create the green building standards that became Greenpoint rated, which is now, as you've heard, the insurmountable leader of green building standards throughout the state of California. Absolutely. They have supported the training of countless contractors throughout the state, come up with the multifamily programs. The list goes on and on. They are an incubator, and then they find nonprofits to take those programs over so they can move on to other things. That is an effective governmental agency. And for the last 7 years, they've been led by a guy who's stepping down. Gary, you need to raise your hand. Gary Wolf. Let's give him a round of applause. For 7 years, he has led this amazing agency. Let's save a little of that applause, because his successor is someone you might have seen before. Upsy Daisy, Wendy. Wendy Summer, the board, in their infinite wisdom, selected a successor to Gary who understands all the organization's programs, and having served on boards with her and worked on projects with her. She is one smart cookie and strategic thinker, so pat yourselves on the back. But this collaboration, they are not a regular public agency. They're called a Joint Powers Authority because what they really are is they are representatives of all the local governmental agencies in Alameda County that come together to work together to advance all our public interests. And the leadership for that comes from local elected officials throughout Alameda County who serve on Stop Waste Board of Directors. Two of them are with us tonight to accept the award. First is the board president and Pleasanton council member, Jerry Penton. Jerry, please stand up. And he's joined by Dan Cowd on Oakland City Council. Dan, please come up. Excellent. Well, thank you, gentlemen. A few words?
Well, actually, we're really proud to be partnering with Building Green. But since we're on Dan's territory, it's his turf here, I'm going to let him say a few words.
First of all, welcome to Oakland. For those of you who don't live in Oakland, thank you for being here in Oakland. Thank you for working in Oakland. Thank you for having your offices in Oakland. We are an awesome city. We are those who are involved in green enterprises, whether it's the solar industry or green building elements of the green building industry. It's a growing industry in Oakland. We are a center for green technology, green businesses, and that's why we're here today. So often, you heard from Mark, there's often policies that are created at the state level or policies that we create at the local level in our local jurisdictions or county-wide through Stop Waste. It's easy to create policies, but for those to actually have a real impact, people in the private sector, like most of you here, actually have to do work and run a business. And because you've chosen to run green businesses, green building, green rehab, green renovation, and so on, energy efficiency, because you've chosen to do that, you make those policies have actual teeth, have actual meaning. So we're here to accept this award. We should really acknowledge and thank our staff, Wendy and Gary, and our entire staff who are here in our offices for the tremendous work they do at Stop Waste. Thank you guys so much. And thank all of you who are in this industry, in this business, in this commitment, in this cause. You're doing very important work, and you're even making some money, and that's great. So thank you so much.
Hey, Gary, I'll hand this to you to stand here all the talk, and thank you guys so very much for being our Sustaining Partner Awardee for 2015.
Everybody wants to hear something. Thank you, Senator Leno. A proclamation from the Senate. How do you like that? Frame that, put it on the wall. Thank you, gentlemen. And now we come to our Community Partner Awards. Every year we try to recognize the companies and organizations that have really been paramount partners to us throughout the state in effectuating our programs. We have 6 winners tonight, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a rundown on each one of them, and at the end I'm going to invite them to all come up and get their awards, and Senator Leno made a proclamation for each one of them. So, you get 2 goodies tonight, folks. So our first recipient is Energuy. Energuy is a team of expert home energy upgrade consultants who help HVAC contractors get involved in PG&E's home upgrade rebate program and offer services to simplify that whole application process, which, believe me, can be cumbersome at times. They happen to have the distinction of having managed over 500 applications, which is 15% of all that were submitted in 2015, including those that were effectuated by our next winner, which is Bell Brothers. They are a plumbing and HVAC company down up in Greater Sacramento area. They've won a bunch of awards already, but I hope that they'll put ours up on the wall with the rest of them. But they provide quality workmanship and super huge customer satisfaction, and they also were one of the highest volume participants in PG&E's home upgrade rebate program. And this year, they had the highest increase in applications submitted over last year. They accounted for nearly 10% of all the applications submitted in the program pathway. So, a round of applause for them. Next, we have Broward Mechanical. They are an HVAC and building performance and solar service, not just to do one thing, all based in building science. Brower's a leading contractor, again, in the same home upgrade rebate program and a high volume participant in the AC Quality Care rebate program. Their commitment to moving the company towards greater awareness and involvement in energy efficiency goes way beyond the walls of their own business. Our next recipient is the Palm Springs Association of Realtors, who unfortunately couldn't be with us tonight. But you heard us talk about trying to get the realtors understanding and involved in communicating the green building message, and they have been an invaluable partner to us, supporting and filling our green realtor trainings down in Southern California, and a huge positive force for bringing this message to the realtor community, which has such a powerful interaction with home buyers, who are the folks we're trying to get through to. Next, we have Partner Energy. They're a nationwide provider of energy efficiency services and a national leader in bringing those services to multifamily building owners. They've guided a lot of projects through Builder Green's multifamily incentive program since 2010, and they have the highest completed number of Southern California multifamily projects, which is pretty darn impressive. Finally, we have Redwood Energy. They have done inspiring work with our Green Point rated program, which, as we've said and we will keep on saying, is the top green building rated program in the state of California. But what they've done that's so amazing, and they've really helped us with the net zero energy evolution of our program. And they have designed and built over 650 zero net energy affordable housing units in the state of California, which is pretty damn impressive. So, the representatives from each of these representatives would please come up and get your prizes. Excellent. All right.
My mom. Oh, I thought that you. I was like, my mommy wants one.
It's a really big camera.
Okay, thank you.
Please give them a round of applause. Thank you. These are the folks that make all of our success possible. Thank you, thank you. And now I'd like to, we're almost there, folks. Now is how when you get to find out if you won.